All right, hello, welcome everybody.
Hello.
Yeah, we
Hi,
got
everyone.
we got Brandon Warren with us. Many of you may remember him. Worked at Light Cellar for 5 years. Yeah,
Yeah, 5.5 years. So,
yeah, amazing. And yeah, Brandon still lives in Alberta, just a little bit north of us now. So does make his way back to Calgary, but I still get asked all the time, "Oh, is Brandon still around? Where's he? How's he
yeah.
doing?" So here it is. Here's your chance to connect. And during this interview, we're going to get to know Brandon if you don't know who he is. And then if you want to reconnect and learn from Brandon, then we have some events that he's doing coming up that we'll talk about. But first and foremost, yeah, let's kind of dive in and maybe just share kind of a little bit about your background, and then we'll kind of talk about herbs and alchemy and that stuff too.
Okay, sounds good. So, I actually started my healing journey right out of high school. I went into a pharmacy degree, and I ended up working in the pharmacy. I really wanted to learn about the body and healing and how to make medicine. And when I got into the field, I didn't learn anything. Like I literally couldn't make any medicine for myself. Everything comes from the factories. And so I actually started studying herbalism, and I got my foot in the door at Light Cellar, which was really awesome. And just by being there on shift and working and taking all the classes and courses from some of the best teachers I've ever met, herbalists and doctors. And I got to really connect with a lot of the staff and the customers, and just learning the herbs in the wild and doing all the plant walks with Denny and Malcolm. So yeah, just really been building up my own well, I've been working on my own apothecary as well, so making my own different medicines and tinctures. I also went to France, and I got to learn from different perfume makers and big perfume factories, all about distillation. And um, I got to go to Oregon and train with Alchemist, and I'm just so excited to share everything that I've learned with you guys.
Yeah, amazing. It's funny as you're describing, getting into pharmacy school and really what you wanted to do. It's no doubt that that turned out to be kind of a dead end that's not, like it's what you
Yeah.
described sounds like the path of the herbalist, what you're on, what you've come to be able to learn about all the different medicines and most importantly, make your own. I think that is the real, cusp of what herbalism is all about, on this kind of grassroots level.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's just amazing too because like I'm originally from the Caribbean, and we have so many herbs. We don't have a winter. We have access to all of these herbal medicine and knowledge passed down like traditionally. But a lot of people don't know, but we here in Canada have some of the best, strongest herbs, herbs that are really important for us in our local area. And throughout my journey, I've come full circle in learning that, it's all around us. Like, you don't even really need to plant any of it, it's all already there. And I'm just so excited to teach you guys like how to use it and how to identify it, and to add in your own art to it as well, right?
Cool. Yeah, no, that's awesome. And what I wanted to kind of dive into today is you mentioned studying with an alchemist, that you had a nickname around the shop as the alchemist. And you come at herbalism with your own take, from the experiences you've had, from your past, your background, the teachers you've studied with. How would you kind of describe, your different approach than just kind of simple, more plain Western herbalism?
My biggest difference, I would say, is that I look at all the systems. So my background in allopathy or pharmacy, I've learned Ayurveda, I've learned traditional Chinese medicine. I pretty much have gone to all of the ancient cultures and learned from either teachers or from different books and texts. And what I really am trying to do is find all of the similarities between all of them and kind of keep all the options open, especially for healing, because there's a
Mhm.
lot of people that they're just looking for different options and things to try. So for me, I personally try all the different medicines as well. Like I'm always drinking tea and trying to incorporate everything in my life. And I'm really happy because I have had a lot of success and I've seen a lot of successful stories, especially working at the Light Cellar, just on the power of the herbs, but more importantly, everybody's journey, healing journey.
Totally. I mean, it's testament to why having been for away from Light Cellar for a couple of years, people still ask about you, like, where is he? Like he helped me so much, he influenced me, like those types of comments. So yeah, your
Yeah,
legacy is living on and something to be
yeah.
continually built upon.
Yeah, and I really see the importance of just sharing these stories. There's people that have shared their stories with me, and I've got to share it with other people that have had the same problem or the same diseases. And, it's just amazing because just that simple passing the knowledge down can be so impactful.
Yeah, cool. Well, so we are setting up a couple events with you. So we've got one coming up right away. Like this is going to be November 21st. It's a Tuesday night. It's a 3 hour deep dive. Someone can join in person. They can also tune in online if they can't make it. Everyone gets a recording of the session afterwards. And you're going to be kind of, building kind of a more holistic, broader picture. Bringing alchemy, herbology, but also astrology into the picture. Now, that's very interesting. How do you see astrology and the planets playing out in herbalism?
Well, I see, like, when you look at ourselves as human beings, we are a mixture of everything. And in traditional alchemy, they teach that the planets, they shine down their energy and they turn into different things when they come to Earth. So they turn into different animals, different plants, different minerals. And I just really think it's awesome to include this theory because a lot of the scientific research that we found comes from these ancient stories and these ancient tales. But essentially, with each of the planets, they carry different energies. They hold rulership over different organs and different emotions. And I learned long ago, like when you're healing the body, it's also important to work on the emotions and what we call the spirit. So I
Mm.
think by adding in those planets in different timing, it also helps us get back into our own rhythm and connection with nature.
Right, cool. And I imagine, formulating, whether it's, you doing it for yourself or a line of products and kind of the knowledge that you're going to, offer people, it adds a whole other dimension to formulation, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, I think it sort of helps break it down. So essentially when I make medicine, I make 7 different medicines and each medicine is under a different category uh being ruled by a different planet. So if I say I have Mars medicine, it rules over the blood, it rules over the gallbladder, it helps to control the temperature, it helps with sweating and detoxing. So by classifying the herbs by the planets, I'm able to help people either specify and work on specific areas, or what I've recently started doing is making different sets so that they work through each of the planets every day to balance the whole body in that way.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and we'll go over a lot more in depth in the class.
Yeah.
But it's I have lots of different samples and different pictures to help you guys out.
Cool. So I'm curious, it brings up a thought, when you say someone would cycle through each of the planets each day, there's different camps in terms of and approaches, I don't think anybody's in one specific camp, but when it comes to taking herbs and this type of approach, you can do more like the etheric dose, you can do a physical dose, you can do kind of a macro hero dose. Like, you have a particular approach that you recommend with those types of medicines?
Um, yeah, essentially in the class, I'm gonna show you guys how to make a very ancient form of medicine. It's called Spagyrics. And the Spagyrics are awesome because we can fully extract and deliver potent doses with only a few drops of the actual medicine. And yeah, so my approach is to, when you're working with a plant, what I'll do is I'll take a different herb every day to align with the planets. But if I'm having an area or an emotion or an energy or an organ that needs that boost, I'll take the herb of the day and a supporting herb as well.
Right. Okay. Cool. So somebody coming into this class, they might think, "Oh, wow, like what sort of prerequisites or knowledge, should I have coming at this?"
This class is from beginner to expert, and I truly believe even like high-end alchemists will still be able to learn. And all I'm gonna do is go over the basics as I've been taught. And there's a really awesome text. It's sort of the root foundation of alchemy. It's called the Emerald Tablet, and we'll go over that as a tool to also help get you guys in the proper mind state for healing. And essentially, I have a really nice slideshow that I'll send an email out to you guys after, so that even when the class is done, you can continue to study and work with the planets each day of the week and take home.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, well, it sounds awesome. So whether somebody's kind of brand new, doesn't know very much about herbs, ton of value there. And even for, maybe that somebody, trained as like a clinical herbalist, but didn't, get this type of approach. And I love the idea of spagyrics. I've tasted many of your spagyric tinctures. Maybe just give people like a quick sense and idea of what those are and why and how they're different from, a regular tincture found on a health food store shelf.
Okay, so the Spagyrics is amazing. One of the biggest things that I've learned is there really isn't no good or bad herbs. Each herb has its own specific energy that it brings. So Spagyrics is more of a how than a what, and it's a universal process to make medicine out of anything. In our class here, we'll cover mostly plants, but I have also been studying how to make the same tinctures out of different crystals, different medicines, different metals, different animals. There's different areas you can tincture there. But the spagyrics essentially just means to separate and to recombine. So the ancients have essentially broken everything down into four elements, and I'll teach you guys what those four elements are in the plants and how to break them down into those elements. But also, the most important part is to recombine all of those elements into what we call living medicine. And it's really amazing because there's chemists right now, alchemists, that are doing tests and finding these results that through this spagyric process, the medicine goes through transformation and comes to life.
Amazing. Cool. Okay. Well, we'll let folks check that out. It's lightcellar.ca is where you get all the details and register. So alchemy, herbology, and astrology, ancient wisdom for modern times with Brandon Warren. That's going to be Tuesday, November 21st, 6 to 9. That's Mountain Standard Time. But again, if you can't make it, on the call or in person, as Brandon shared, he's going to share out the slides. We'll have a recording of the class. And yeah, there's going to be, lots to learn and really open and expand one's horizons to herbs and to life, bringing all these influences that you've gathered over the years. So that's
Yeah.
really exciting. And then there is also an opportunity to learn about natural perfume making. I know for a lot of people, they might have, when they hear the word perfume, they're either thinking like harsh chemical crap, or, like essential oils, like, oh, that could be perfume. But what you're doing is something a little bit more, a little bit different than that, isn't it?
Yeah, so a lot of people have different essential oils, and for me, the essential oils are the best way to go because they absorb into the body and they have huge medicinal compounds. But I'm gonna teach you guys traditional French perfumery, and we're gonna go over just the basics on how to build your own fragrance and how to blend different oils together. I have over 50 botanicals that we'll get to smell and enjoy, and you get to make your own perfume at the end of the class.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing. And so that's a hands-on. So we can't offer that one online. There's no way to transport smells, electronically, at least not yet. And I'm not sure if we'd want that anyways. Nothing can replace the
Yeah.
real thing. So this is all about engaging your olfactory, and as Brandon said, developing your own custom scent, your own personalized scent. So
Yeah. And it's really just an experience. Like each one of these plants has their own energy and message for us. And I think just a lot of it is the experience. Like I know when I went to France and someone showed me how to blend the perfumes, and you get to do all of the samples and the scents. By the end of it, all of your energy is just vibing so high because a lot of us we have all of these organs and these scents, but to really work on them and build them, and I think that a lot of people don't understand how powerful essential oils really are.
yeah, totally. Yeah, for whatever you need, uplifting your state, grounding you, calming you, centering you. And so it's going to
Yeah.
be a real treat to spend that time with you to kind of go through those 50 plus and develop an understanding of what they really each offer and how you can bring it, yeah, as part of your own personal being and aura.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm really excited, you guys. I've been working on this for a few years. I got to teach both of these classes at the Alberta Herb Gathering last year and the year before. So I'm really happy to bring it to Light Cellar. We have a 3 hour class. I've done this class in an hour and a half, and I'll tell you, it's a little bit rushed. So I'm so happy to have all the time and the tools needed at Light Cellar to teach you
Cool.
guys.
Yeah. And for people attending to ask questions. So really to kind of go in depth, get any of your comments, your questions, concerns, anything, Brandon will take the time to answer those. And it's going to be a good time. So that one you can also check out lightcellar.ca, go to our in-person classes and events and find the date, the time, and would love to have you join there. So all right. Well, thanks for your time today, Brandon. It
Yeah,
was really good to connect and
yeah,
really
thank
looking forward
you.
to seeing you in person and being there at that event. Thanks everybody for watching. And we hope to see you at one of the events as well.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Bye for
I
now.
also wanted to let you guys know if you ever see me at Light Cellar, you can just say hi or any questions you have about different herbs or healing. If I'm around, you can ask me and we can have a chat.
Yeah, right on. Okay. Well, I know a lot of people will be happy to hear that and see you again. So, all right. We'll say bye for now.
Awesome. Take care.
Okay.